Ron. I said Ron again. Oh, I have Ron. I'll be honest. I got Ron on the brain. Because,
keep insulting me, Ope. Keep insulting me.
No, I got Ron on the brain because, we all found out that someone we know and love very, very much is going to be battling a pretty serious cancer, and it's very sad. So I honestly got Ron Bennington on my mind today. So
by the way, I was just going to say that. Are you talking about Ron Bennington?
Yes.
By the way, so every time I've seen Ron Bennington, he's kind of like a little roly-poly guy. He's like, he's got girth on him. A couple days ago, they showed a picture of him in his like hospital gown. Dude, he's like really thin.
Dude, Ron, everyone else knows. I guess Ron Bennington announced he's got colon cancer that's spread. It's not good. And we're all devastated. Ron means a lot to a lot of us. A lot of us. So that's why I think I keep saying Ron, because Ron's literally in my brain today. When I was calling Tony Ron, I wasn't calling him because of you, Ron. I got Ron Bennington in my head today. So anyway.
Hold on. For someone like me, just give me a little info. Who is this guy? Is he like you? Is he like he's a radio personality?
I can't do the basics. If you don't know Ron Bennington, I
don't.
I can't help.
I don't.
Yeah,
you can't say he's a radio. Is he a radio personality?
Everyone knows he's a great radio guy. One of the best to ever do it. He was on Ron and Ron. Then he did Ron Fez, and now he's doing a show with his daughter. And his quality and his content still kicks ass. And he's a stand-up comedian. One of the quickest minds that I've ever met in my life. And it came out of nowhere. It was a surprise to everybody. Announced he has colon cancer that spread. We're fucking devastated.
All right, hold on a second. How old is he?
This guy. Opie takes passive-aggressive shots at Tony and Ron during the whole cast. Holier than thou. These guys can fight back. The rusted hook. Go screw. Thank you, Tony. You laugh at these people, right? They're full of fucking nonsense. These guys can fight their own battles. Trust me.
I wonder
how old is Ron Bennington?
Huh?
How old is Ron Bennington?
I would say he's in his 60s, I guess. Maybe late 50s, early 60s. I don't know. I never paid attention to his age, but somewhere around there, I guess.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
We're all of that age. I've done it. I got what's it called? I've got a colonoscopy. Have you guys?
Yeah.
I've actually had about 4 of them, because the first time that I went, they found something. Then I had to go back for them to cut that something out. Then I have to go back more often because of what, the stuff they cut out. So I got to go like every 2 years.
They're called polyps. You got polyps. Polyps.
Yeah,
right.
But I think it was a little more than a polyp, because the one guy took out whatever polyps he could, and then the other guy said, well, these I can't take out. You got to go to the fucking another guy for them to take it out.
Oh, all right. Well, that's great. I'm sure Ron Bennington likes hearing all this today. This is great. Thanks.
No,
thanks.
But hold on.
Thanks for making it about you. That's cool. I think that'll help Ron Bennington.
Don't be passive aggressive to Tony. Do not be passive aggressive to Tony.
One of our dear friends that we've known forever. He's in it, and it's looking really bad. But Tony P, make it about you and your polyps. That's cool.
Hold on. So the reason I bring it up,
I'm telling him, well, listen, you know something? Maybe I should stop, and then in a couple of years from now, you could fucking tell people that you said that I got some shit in my ass.
Look, Ron Bennington's got serious colon cancer that's spread to his abdomen. But, man, I got to tell you, my herniated disc is acting up today.
You guys are
So the question is, hello?
Yes.
If you want to put 2 and 2 together, it sounds like he never got a colonoscopy.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't ask
him. I think that's the one question you don't ask a guy that announces to the world.
No, I get it. It's too late now, but I'm saying this is something that is preventative. It's preventative.
Ron announces to the world he's got colon cancer that spread to his abdomen. So my first question was, hey, did you ever get a colonoscopy?
Is he being passive aggressive again?
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I do though. When someone points out something stupid, then I really fucking push it. So now I'm gonna be passive aggressive the entire time because I'm sick that way.
Like you weren't before.
All right, Ron. Did anyone hear when Ron beat the shit out of me about my lost mom? How about you take a shot at Ron? That was.
Wait a minute. I have a serious question.
Yeah.
So, is it terminal or can he fight it?
Hey, Ron. Is it I'm not asking him that.
Well, I don't know. He's your friend.
Yeah, you just show love.
Oh, did you reach out to him?
Of course. He wrote me.
Oh, what'd he say?
He wrote me to tell me.
Oh, he reached out to you.
He reaches out to all of us. He's that guy, Ron. He's that guy.
I don't know. Never met him.
He's a solid dude. Solid. But anyway. Yeah. All right. So I do have that. I do have him on my brain today, to be honest with you. So when I keep saying Ron, it really isn't even you, Ronnie Babes. It's the other Ron. So anyway, it's it's devastating, and it hit everyone in the feels. And then the fucking guy, there's another reason why I got Ron Bennington on my brain today. Then the fucking guy goes on the radio and makes the whole thing hilarious. I'm in the middle of watching his show, listening to his show where he came back on the radio to do the show with his daughter, who does a great job too. It's called the Benningtons or something like that. And he announces he's got cancer, and then he's making it fucking funny. Who can do that? No one can do that except Ron Bennington. So I was literally listening to that as I was setting up today. So I'm halfway through the show. All right. So I apologize if I'm a little ornery. Okay.
God bless that guy, man.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Tony, back to your polyps.
Yeah, Tony, are you okay today?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the whole. I'm listening. I was asked the question. I answered the question.
And by the way, because these people don't get any of this. Like, I'm just joking with Tony, because we all know that we all kind of like, you hear something and you figure out quickly how you can make it about yourself. So, I was kind of fooling around with that concept. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll take my Emmy now. Where's my Emmy?
Well, listen, I understand. I will stop. I will stop.
No, you don't have to stop.
I will stop taking my preventative measures to not get colon cancer, and then in fucking
obviously you should get a colonoscopy, obviously, but I'm not going to ask him if it's terminal. I'm not going to ask him if he had a colonoscopy. I'm just going to try my best in my little world
to be a friend.
Give him a little love. All the comedians, radio guys, his friends, his family, they're all just throwing love at this guy. Maybe love will conquer all this time. How about that, Gord? How about one time you let love conquer something?
Let me tell you something. God forbid if you're going to get the C, if you're going to get cancer, it's not bad. If you're going to get it now, because AI is making massive fucking advancements in cancer cures. Yeah. So he may we're at the cutting edge of cancer research with AI. Yeah. So he may have a shot. Don't say some prayers.
I'm going to text Ron right now. Hey, Ron, have you tried WebMD or ChatGPT?
Was that sarcasm?
Ron, Ron knows.
I know.
All right. That's why I like hanging with these guys, because they can take it. I work with people that they would get mad and hold a grudge for a decade. And
I want to say, I know
back.
we can get it. I want to say this, and this is real, and this is powerful.
Yeah,
the power of prayer really works, and if enough people prayed sincerely and earnestly for Ron Bennington, there would be a reversal of his cancer. That's how powerful prayer is. Well, but also Ron Bennington has to truly believe it as well.
Well, I'm going to say something here. It's pretty obvious. I'm a dick. It's pretty obvious I've burnt a lot of bridges. I still have plenty of friends, by the way, so stop that nonsense. But it's pretty obvious. I kind of step on toes. I know it. I like it. It's fun. To me, it's entertaining. I don't go through life like this, but when I'm in front of something, I kind of push it. But I say this because Ron Bennington is one of those special people. He's never pissed anyone off. And he's in a world where you do a radio show. Your whole goal is to fucking fight every other radio guy. I don't know why. I didn't make the rules, but when you're on the radio back in the day, you fought everybody. And as a comedian, they all talk shit about each other behind each other's backs. When they're at the table at the cellar, they're talking about you. Trust me. I sat at that table many times. But not Ron Bennington.
Comics are the worst.
Not Ron Bennington. I can honestly say, my experience with Ron Bennington, maybe he's, obviously not perfect, but the guy, I think he has zero haters. You know how impossible that is when you do a live stream, a podcast, a radio show, you're a stand-up comedian, and you have zero haters? That's Ron Bennington. He's a special fucking person.
By the way, you know who else talked? You know who else said? There's another person that people talk that way about. Bob Saget. When Bob Saget, sort of like, accidentally, out of the blue, fucking fell in his hotel room after doing a 2-hour show where he killed,
right,
and didn't seek medical attention, thinking I'll just sleep it off, and he didn't wake up. Bob Saget's the only other person where, like, not one negative thing. Did you ever meet Bob Saget? Was he on the show?
I've told you, Ron. We were definitely friends. We were friends.
You and Bob Saget.
Yes, we were friends. I was texting with him relatively close to the end of his life. He was on this podcast. I went on a double date with me and my wife and him and his girlfriend at the time. I think it was the lawyer. I'm trying to remember which one, because he went through some women. And every time he came and did the Opie and Anthony show and then the show after that, we went and ate almost every time he did the show. And I would walk to, I forgot the name of the hotel on 57th Street. I forgot the name. Jesus Christ. They had a great little brunch there. Whatever. That part doesn't
Doritos?
matter.
The Roosevelt.
And we would walk the 10 blocks to brunch. And you want to talk about someone that was famous. Holy shit. This guy couldn't go 10 feet without someone.
Really?
It was unbelievable. And he was nice to everybody.
Really?
I consider him a friend. I wouldn't say we were like close friends or anything like that, but he searched me out. I went to a ton of his shows. We hung out. We went out to dinner a couple times, went to brunch a bunch of times. And I had a text relationship with the guy because he lived in LA. And when I needed him, when I yell and scream about Theo Von and Joe Rogan and Bert Kreischer and the rest of them, they could go fuck themselves, because I was in a desperate place when I started the podcast. And I wrote Bob. I'm like, Bob, hey, when? That was his answer.
Really?
When?
Yeah. Okay. Right.
And you can go back on my podcast feed and you'll see Bob Saget on the fucking podcast. He did it during the shutdown, I think.
Right.
So anyway, I wasn't even going to bring any of this to the show today, but obviously I'm a bit ornery and on edge. And yes, you're looking at eyes that are swollen because I was crying, if you need to know. All right? Because the Ron Bennington news hit all of us. And I'm not in constant communication with Ron, but from time to time I text him, he texts me, but we have a long history together because the two shows back in the day, Opie and Anthony and Ron Fez, just took over the fucking world.
By the way, I was going to ask you that question. That was one of the questions I was going to ask you. Were you competing like at the same markets at the same time? Like, how did that work?
No, what happened was when I was at WNEW, I took on the role of kind of like an assistant program director, and I even made them put in my title description during one of my contract negotiations, because I was helping finding shows. And Jeremy, who was the PD at the time, he gave me a cassette. He goes, I don't know, what do you think of this show? And it was Ron and Fez, and which is crazy because they ended up becoming massive in their own right. He handed me the cassette. He goes, could you go home and listen to this and give me your 2 cents on this? And it was Ron Bennington who made his fame in radio with a show called Ron and Ron. They were syndicated in Florida. I think they were out of Tampa, and then they were syndicated here and there in Florida. And they had a huge run. And then that show broke up, and then Ron decided to start working with Fezzy. So I got this tape. They were going to do some kind of ronandfez.com. I'm trying to remember. It was kind of an internet show when the internet was exploding, where you could go online and find just weird shit on the internet. Now you don't even think about it. But back then they were like, oh, if you go to this site, that was the thought as far as the Ron and Fez show goes at first. And I gave the cassette back, and I said to Jeremy, fuck yeah, hire these guys. I'm not saying I was the reason they officially came to New York and had their run. But I was in the process when Jeremy handed me the cassette and said, listen to this and tell me what you think. And the rest is history. We all became very, very close for many, many years. And, you know, Ron Bennington went to my wedding with Fez. I invited a lot of people.
Okay, you guys were close.
He couldn't be bothered. He left my wedding halfway through and took some people with him. He couldn't be bothered. He made his appearance. That was nice. Thanks, Ann.
Is Ron Bennington aware that you listened to the tape and then told your station manager, yes?
Well, I'll text him, you know, as he's going through his cancer battle, and I'll go, don't forget, I was the one that listened to your tape. I think he'd appreciate that.
It will lift his spirits.
Right. But, you know, one thing about Ron, like, he was proud that I was getting married. He loves my wife. Even when I said I love you in a text, I don't think I'm giving anything away. He goes, I love you too, but I love your wife more. And then he wrote, Go Birds. Who does that? Go Birds. Fighting cancer, but go Birds. But this guy, he went to my wedding. He was proud. I could see it in his face. He was happy for me. He knows, you know, my, you know, what I've been through in my life and through radio and this and that. And he was there. Him and Fez were there. That we pretty much had to kick them out.
Was he aware that
the next day when everyone is gone and, you know, you have a little breakfast for the people that are straggling?
Yeah.
And he was still there. I think he was the last person to leave my fucking wedding. So,
is he aware? Yeah,
have lost touch over the years 100%. But, you know, when it comes to the big strokes, he always includes me. He writes me. I write him. When I found out he was, you know, became a grandfather, I made sure I got a quick text to the guy, you know, and it's just fucked up.
You're a grandfather?
I didn't say that. What do you?
I thought you said when I became a grandfather.
What's out? Are you a grandfather? Where's mommy?
Yes, where's mommy?
Ron.
By the way, is Ron Bennington aware you're doing a show with a guy named Ron?
I don't know.
Ask him.
Trust me. I think about it every day. Trust me. Opie and Ron, and it's this Ron. Great. I had dreams. Barrister, $20. Ron and Fez, some of the greatest radio of all time. Opie and Ron, and Katie Lang. Meh. Jesus, Barrister. All right, we can move on, guys.
Barrister's good. Barrister's funny.
I like Barrister a lot.
He's funny.
$20 and he hits the like. He's a perfect. If we had 100 Barristers, we would be doing very well because they download the episodes on a podcast app. They give money. Like Barrister, he hits the like. He's perfect.
Barrister's 1 in a million.
So, yeah, I wasn't even gonna talk about it today. So sorry, guys, but it's a thing. I'll just say it's a thing because I don't think Ron Bennington wants people to be sad for him. Like he said in this show, he's fucking lived his life. He fucking did it all. He has felt like he's been on borrowed time since he was a teenager. He feels insanely blessed, and I don't think Ron wants people to actually be sad for him. So, but it's sad. It's sad. There's no other way to look at it. All right, let's get back to the funny. What do you guys got today?